Okay, so first of all, before we begin, right, I have one question to ask you. We've known each other a long time, and I should have asked you this way before this movie. Now, when you see Chinese people in a movie, right, or even see me, do you associate me with dragons at all?
Yeah, I
Why
think
is
so.
that?
Because it's kind of the biggest symbol your culture show puts out there.
It is the biggest symbol that the Chinese people put out there, right? And
I mean, yeah. I mean, basically, I don't know. I don't know if everybody does it, but I mean, it's not just Chinese people though. Japanese people like dragons. I think a lot of Asian people, Oriental people. I don't know how to say Asian because I don't want to include Indian people. People from India. I don't think they're really into the dragons or anything. But yeah, usually if you meet like Chinese people, Korean people, Japanese people, I don't know all those people. No, they like dragons.
for
And I
me,
don't know
right?
why, but I think it's just popular media too. Because I mean, Double Dragon. Oh,
Right, but
when you see the parades with Chinese New Year, they got a dragon.
they got a
They always have a
dragon
drag.
and they do
You see
lion
people with
dances.
Japanese racing their cars, they got dragon shirts. I mean,
Yeah.
I even have a dragon shirt, dude. I'm sure I still do. I still got one. It's like got
You
some
know,
symbols on it. It looks like a street racer shirt. It's got
I think
dragons on.
I think I asked that question because it always bothers me. Like, dude, why is there so much dragons everywhere?
Dude,
Or,
in Hong Kong, remember I told you they built holes in the building so the dragon could pass on through without hurting the people.
uh, yeah.
That's like crazy. And they do
Uh,
it. It's true. It's true. What's wrong with it? I mean, I don't know. Do you find it insulting? I mean, I'm sure there's something that,
I
like,
wouldn't.
American people, when people look at me, I'm sure there's something they can associate. They're probably like, look at Shane
What
and
would
say,
that be?
hamburgers.
Oh, I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say that
You should tell me.
hamburgers and hot dogs. I
Hamburgers
don't
and
know
hot dogs.
what. Oh,
I mean, yeah,
clean
horses.
white teeth.
Oh, thank you. Well, they're not as clean and white as you think they are. They look
Well,
good on TV, though. We all look good on TV. I
yeah.
mean, you are some good-looking dudes on TV.
I mean,
I mean, it's a real life.
I don't associate myself with dragons a lot. I mean, they're
Well,
okay.
yeah. I mean, when I look at you, I don't think dragons. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you're asking. I don't know what
Like,
comes to mind when I see Chinese people, but if you want to put dragons out there, yeah. I mean, you gotta think English people. We fought dragons too.
yeah.
I don't know
Well,
if you
there's
know this.
different variation of the form
Well,
dragon. Yeah.
With the dragon for the I'd say I don't know what to say. Oriental people. Let's just stick with Oriental people
Okay.
because I want to say the wider group of people because you can't just say Chinese people.
Well, hold
Japanese
on.
people aren't Chinese.
Because
and
I was gonna
Koreans
say,
aren't
like,
Chinese.
for Japanese people, I don't associate them with dragons that much because a
What do you
lot of
associate with them?
I don't.
Matcha,
I mean, no, like because we've
Supra?
seen like all these Japanese movie, right? Or people with movies with Japanese people in them. For me, everything I seen, they never associate with dragons, but mostly
Right.
Chinese. For me,
Well, okay, for you, yeah. No, to me, I mean, from what I see on TV and on pictures, yeah, dragons are very to me Japanese too,
huh?
because you see shows with them on it, and plus every time you see those people with the women with the tattoos and the men with the tattoos, they always say dragons.
It's
on the
dragons
back.
on them, yeah.
Yeah,
But then
so
it's only for the tattoo part. So I was like, for Japanese people, I don't know what they have. I guess the samurai.
sushi.
Well, not
They
food
do have
related. Yeah,
samurais,
samurais,
ninjas.
but ninjas.
Well, yeah, ninjas. I mean, of course, I think basically we anybody thinks of Oriental people. First thing goes to our minds is it's either karate or kung fu.
Yeah.
It's kung fu now.
It's
Martial
kung fu.
arts.
Martial
I mean, that's
arts.
just what it is, and this is what this movie's about. So it's not really about dragons. So basically, this movie is enriched in what everybody thinks of Chinese Oriental
people, yeah.
Anyway, so hey, there's nothing wrong with it.
I think
come on, because I'm thinking everybody thinks a lot of things. They see, it's like me. I say, hey, I'm from Texas. What's the first thing they're gonna think? Horses, cowboys, guns,
That's really
steak,
it.
barbecue. Yeah, basically
steak.
everything that we really do actually have.
So this is not your first
I
time
mean, I
watching
know
this.
I know there are Texas people getting all mad. Oh, they think we're all this. I'm like, well, technically, unless you're in Dallas or Houston, yeah, we are all
Yeah,
that.
a lot of that. It's not your first time seeing this movie.
No, I saw this one. I didn't see it at the theater when it came out. I did see it when it first released on Disney
Digital.
Plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Disney. When it first came out, I went and watched it. I was in a hurry to see it. And I remember when it came announced, I was amazed it was nuts because when they said that Shang-Chi, I was thinking, I had that comic book. My brother actually bought that comic book at a comic book store way back in the '80s. I think it was Master of Kung Fu, which
Master of Kung
I've
Fu.
lost it. I've lost it. I try to find it. Like I said, I try to find it. I found a
Well,
lot of interest.
let's just say,
I
like,
can't find it.
was it talking about the 10 Rings though?
Well, that's the thing. I don't remember. I wish I could find it, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't about the Ten Rings. This story, I had a hard time getting used to it.
Okay.
It's the first time I watched it. I liked it the first time I watched this movie. I thought some of the action was good. I watched it again just
Recently,
a day
right?
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it even better the second time.
Oh,
the third time I
really?
saw it.
How's
Yes,
that?
I actually enjoyed it. Because I guess I was ready to accept the story. I took it away from the Iron Man because really he's not the Mandarin. The Mandarin's supposed to be in the
I was
story,
going
but
to
he's
ask,
really not
but
the
he's
Mandarin
not the Mandarin.
from the comic book of Iron Man.
Because
He is the Mandarin.
The Mandarin is not Shang-Chi's father.
Well, he is and he's not.
Ooh.
Let's put it this way. Well, the Ten Rings is the Mandarin in Marvel comic books. The Mandarin owns the Ten Rings.
Okay.
They have changed the story a little bit. He never called himself the Mandarin. People called him the Mandarin. He did not call
So
himself.
he does that. Yeah, they talk about that in the movie. Like
He makes a joke about it.
Yeah, he
makes
does.
a joke about it. He makes a chicken joke about it.
Yeah.
But the problem is the Mandarin actually meant the general, or was a Chinese leader. It meant a leadership, rulership. It
And
could
the
mean a lot of things.
So,
But-
the Mandarin does live a long time, right? Because he had the power of the 10 Rings.
They never really.
I'm just want to say I'm not familiar with the comic book at all.
But yes, in the book, in the movie he does, and I'm guessing with the comic book he does too. I don't know that much about him. I just know he's a villain for Iron Man.
So
He's actually Iron Man's main villain.
Yeah.
The whole story is he found those rings on a spaceship.
On a
This
spaceship.
doesn't tell you. This doesn't tell you.
This
yeah, a
doesn't tell you,
spaceship.
yeah.
The spaceship was flown by a race of aliens that look like dragons.
Oh.
And he finds the rings and puts them on his finger. And then apparently the rings can change different shapes, and every ring does a different thing. It does a function. But to them, it's powers, it's magic.
So,
and there's supposed to be Fin Fang Foom, which I don't know that we ever see that dragon. I assume that good dragon in this movie was Fin Fang Foom.
Oh, yeah, because they never mentioned by name. Right.
Yeah.
So let me say something. I want to make this comment out there. So when I was 10, right, I never got into Shang-Chi because I didn't know about it. Because, it depends on the comic book and the location you're in.
Nobody knew about
right?
it because the comic book wasn't titled Shang-Chi anyway.
Oh, it was called The Master of Kung Fu.
And it
right.
only showed up in the 70s. The comic book we had was from the 70s. We bought it in the 80s. I'm pretty sure it was an old one because we picked it up at a comic book store when we were in Dallas.
So that kind of, I guess, helped to my point I want to state because when I was young, right, like 1990, my first comic book, 1990, and if you would have told me my 10-year-old self back then, I would have never believed you, like, hey, in the future, they're going to make a movie like this because
I would.
Because movies back then, it didn't feature a lot of Chinese people or there's no Chinese lead. Even then, when Iron Man came out in 2008, I wouldn't still have believed, and it was way older then. Like, man, they're not going to make a superhero with a Chinese lead, right? There's no way. And then this movie, 2021, came out, and I was like, I still didn't believe it at the time. I thought when opening days, like, oh, you know what, we forget it. We're going to cancel this movie. We're not going to show it. And I'm still surprised. I want to say it did pretty well. Let me take a look.
I'd say it did pretty well.
I mean, did it do well?
It didn't do probably like the rest of the superheroes, but I mean, the comic book was never an A-level comic book.
Right.
Yeah.
So
nobody knew it other than unless you like. I had to research it because when I saw saw the name, I don't know why it made me think of that comic book. So I looked it up, and it was that comic book we had. But in the comic book, I don't remember him being magical or anything. And his father was somebody else in the comic book. His father was a character, kind of a racist stereotype of Chinese people.
Oh,
Fu Manchu.
Oh,
which they made a lot of movies.
It makes sense
he was a
back
character.
then, yeah.
But plus, Marvel doesn't own the rights to Fu Manchu. They just kind of put him in there, and nobody challenged it. If they would have made a movie and put him in there, yeah, there would probably be a problem.
So that's why it's like
there would have been a bigger problem just in the racial stereotype. They would have probably. I mean, there would be a lot of people showing up going, "Hey, that's our character."
So, you probably don't know, right? Besides Michelle Yeoh, there's 2 other famous Hong Kong actors in this movie.
I only know them because of you.
Which one?
Tony Lau.
Oh, Tony Leung.
Tony Leung. I thought you already said Lau.
Yeah, Tony Leung is interesting.
Is there a Tony Lau? Is he a different guy?
I don't know a Tony Lau.
Good. But Tony Leung.
But Tony Leung, right? Which is funny, is he played in a movie called Infernal Affairs, which is the original from the remake of what's that? The Departed.
The Departed.
He played Leo DiCaprio's character.
Oh, okay.
Leo DiCaprio played his character from The Departed in that movie. And to me, right, I like, no, since I watched them in Hong Kong, I didn't know a lot of them speaks English. And I want to say that's him speaking English probably. But
I'm not going to argue with it. I was happy with it. I mean,
oh,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
me too.
I don't know if he's speaking English. Maybe he was. I mean, the thing is, you're acting. I mean, as long as you're an actor, so maybe he's acting like he's speaking English.
Yeah, maybe too.
He maybe should, because Jackie Chan didn't know English in a lot of the movies,
Yeah.
but he spoke it.
He spoke
we think
it.
he knew it, but he didn't know what he's saying. I mean, what was that? The Green Hornet? Who was that actor? Green Hornet
Jay Chow.
Recently? Did Jay Chow? I don't think Jay Chow knew English.
He
I think
said that before. Yeah.
he only spoke the lines that they gave him.
Yep.
He spoke it. He didn't know what he's saying. They could have been. I mean, they could have even telling him to say some cuss words.
It's
like we used
say
to
it
do
this
when
way.
we're kids.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know what you're saying.
Like Jackie Chan in Rush Hour.
But I mean, I think Tony Lang. I think he does know English.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, no, he does.
Because his acting, compared to a lot of people that I've seen, where they say that they just say the lines that they were given. I don't think to me, it's not. He was speaking the lines he was given. He was acting.
He was acting.
He spoke English. Yeah, to me, I feel like he knew what he was saying, and he was acting the lines that he was saying.
No, he was really good at his role.
Because you could give somebody some English lines, but if they can't act it.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, come on, because there's got to be some feeling or some emotion behind lines. Like if you're cussing somebody out, you got to be angry.
Oh yeah.
But if they just giving lines, they don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just probably going to be delivering lines. And who's the other famous Chinese actor? Before we get away from it.
So he's part of like so when Jackie Chan was young and they were learning kung fu and stage opera and singing, right? It was that older gentleman. Once they get into Taolo, the head of the I guess the team.
Is it the one with the bow and arrow?
Yes, the one that didn't want to let. Yes, he is very famous.
That's what's just sad because you end up. The guy's not hardly on screen, but I actually like the character, and he dies.
Yeah,
I mean he didn't get hardly anything.
Yeah, he's also famous. Obviously, like him and Jackie Chan grew up from the same. I guess I want to say dojo or like acting studio where they learn kung fu.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he's
martial arts school.
Yeah, martial arts school. So that guy know what he's doing. He body double for Bruce Lee when they were young. Yeah, because they have the same fitness. So like a body double. Like if Bruce Lee's not there, right? It's him and another guy that stands in for him.
Yeah. So he'll look like Bruce Lee and he has the same moves.
The frame, yeah. So I was like, I was surprised to see him in there, but then. No, that's really cool too. Just to see, like, they don't just cast like whatever Asian Chinese people they can find. They found authentic Chinese people in a lot of roles.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm thinking they had a reason to.
No, they should. Yeah, I felt like even seeing Tony Lang in this is like, this is actually pretty good. Instead of like finding whoever they can in America, but not famous. I mean, like, yeah. So I'm going to talk about something that bothers me. Okay, in this movie. Okay. Whole bunch of Chinese people. I did like the commander. I mean, I'm being sarcastic here. Is a white guy.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
No, you can't have a problem with it because we already saw the Ten Rings several times, and they're not all Chinese people.
No, they're not.
Remember, the Ten Rings shows up in Iron Man.
Yes.
They're not Chinese people. They spoke several different languages.
Well,
and
so
they're all different.
I guess I do get like the generations as they go on, right? Their gang or the group grows bigger and bigger.
Yeah, the grows bigger, and plus he's spread out all over the world, so he's going to have people of all different colors. Because I mean, you can't just have Chinese people everywhere.
See, because but to me, right? I was like, I feel like Hollywood just did that just because. Like you have to, you can't just have all Chinese people. Okay, we're trying to do that on the good guys side. We had to put a bad white man in here. That's it.
Well. See, that's the thing. You can't just go, we had a bad white man, and we have these Chinese people. Because you got to think, the guy is not even white. I mean, he's an ethnicist. He has an ethnicity. He's not.
Did he speak with a British accent? I can't remember because he did have a lot of lines.
But he's supposed to be like Hungarian or something.
I
forgot what he was in the movie. He wasn't American. He wasn't English. He wasn't French. He came from one of a European nation.
European nation. So the other thing that
because I know. Because you can't do that if you're going to be like Chinese people here, Chinese here. Because I know a lot of times Chinese people, you go, oh no, they're Vietnamese. Oh no, they're Japanese. Oh no. And I'm like, well, why do y'all do that with white people? Because just a group us all together. No, that guy's German. Oh, that guy's French.
I felt opposite of what you just said, actually. I feel like for Asian people, right, they just group us together. But then when it's like Caucasians,
Yeah.
right, like now it's
You
like,
got
oh,
a
this
group.
guy's
You got a
German.
group. Well,
And when
I'm
they say
doing it
white
now
people,
because I'm getting tired. I'm getting
I
tired
don't.
of the.
When
we
hold
got
on, when you
we're
say
all the
white
same.
people,
We're all the same.
I don't include like Spain, German, Italian, things like that. You know,
Just Americans.
I feel like it's just Americans. So
Okay.
it's because I'm not on that side. But then if I'm Asian, right, like I hate saying like, oh, Asians do that. Well, I can say that because I don't know if Koreans and Japanese or Thailand people do the same thing. I can only speak for myself because that's all I know. But then people say Asians, as is like, I guess. So let me tell you the other thing that bothers me. This is really funny. I don't know if you noticed this. I'm hoping you did.
Okay.
So when Shang-Chi and Morris and Ben Kingsley and Aquafina was going through the maze that closes itself, right?
Yeah.
They were in one car. And it was really intense moment because it looks like it's 10 feet away.
I can answer this question. I can answer this question for you.
I'm not answering this question. And then they got in. But then when, like, what is it? Tony Lang's group.
And
there's like 10 cars in a row. Like, they all get there. Like, why is that?
Yeah. Okay, here's why.
Okay.
Because when they went ahead of time. There's only one time every so many years that the gate actually opens in a certain deal to keep that everybody's supposed to be able to travel through.
Oh.
The first time they traveled through, they didn't go off the timeline. They used the little monster thing.
Oh, then he can go.
Yep, he knew a path, but you had to move really quick. And the only way some that would go through it, probably be faster to car, would be somebody from that village or a dragon or something that flew that way.
Oh,
but
so
any other time, the path opens probably wider.
Oh, when that opens, okay.
Rate. Yeah, because remember he waited.
Because
he said in this many days, he even told them when it opens. Remember when he's sitting there and the white guy comes up and says, "They're ready, sir." And he goes, "We'll move it this time because that's when it's ready."
Oh, so because to me, when they say it opens, right, it's just like it feels like the same amount of time.
I didn't know it was like they probably didn't go through a maze.
It opens
either.
10 minutes now, and then after 10 minutes, it's done.
Yeah. Well, when it shows the map, you know, when they put the dragon eyes in and the foggy dragon comes out, and it shows a map, it's not the same map that they used.
No. But yeah, it's hard to tell, so I don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
So basically he used a direct path because he waited on the right moment at the right time, and then it closes after.
So I'm very glad that you pointed that out. And the other things that I really liked...
It's funny, while I was watching it, I was thinking, I bet you Lamb's going to ask me that.
Oh, I was. I
bet
like,
you a
what
lot
the
of people
heck?
ask that, though.
So the other thing...
He waited till the right time, though.
That was the only thing I didn't like. Let me tell you the things I like. First of all, I think it's very...
The bus fight?
No, not the bus fight. The stereotypical stuff. Let me go to the stereotypical stuff first. DDR. Okay. Karaoke.
Wait. What DDR? What's DDR?
Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, they showed them as a family doing that. Yeah. Hey, can I ask you this?
Mm-hmm.
So your sister and your mom and your dad, did y'all play Dance Dance Revolution?
Oh, me, my sister, and Cody did. We definitely played Dance Dance
not
Revolution.
as a family, but not as a family.
No.
Because your family's probably looking at you going, huh.
Well, they can't move like that, but I don't know.
One of the funniest lines in this movie. I'll ask you this, because this is Chinese, very Chinese. Right. Actually, it's probably a lot of everybody, but Chinese are the loudest. And will tell their kids about it. It's when they're on the bus, and she goes, "Look at her writing a research paper on the bus." That's the kind of girl that my mom would like to come in of her vagina.
Yes, because you studies hard. Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of parents are like that. I mean, everybody's like that. Yeah. But the problem is, I notice being around Chinese people or anybody like Oriental people, even my Vietnamese friends, it's like their parents are like, hey, right in front of them and their friends.
Yeah, this is the kind of girl that you should date.
You're sitting there with your friends, and their mom comes in there and she's yelling at them and stuff, and it's like, I wish you would study hard like your friend here. And I'm like, I go to school, dude.
Yeah, so I thought that was really funny. And let me look at my notes here. See where the hell is Steven. Okay, so yeah, the bus fight was really good. It's very Jackie Chan style.
Yeah, it was good. The only thing that bothered me, there was one thing that bothered me about the bus stop. Okay. I'll let it go. It's just the CGI when the bus turns or moves, and it shows the outside of the bus that moves, didn't look real enough.
Oh, is it because
how the axles on? Yeah, because how it turned and the axles moved on the bus. It's like, a bus can't really move like that.
I don't know, because you've never seen an accordion bus before.
No, not that. I'm just talking about a vehicle, any type of vehicle.
Oh, you're talking about the mechanics. Okay. It's very Hollywood. You mean it's very Hollywood?
Well, it was beyond Hollywood because it's like they had the model of the bus angled wrong several times.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
like
bothered me
this.
for some reason because I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh, a vehicle going down the road is not going to turn at that angle.
Ah, okay. So,
And I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about the accordion and moving side to side.
so this movie has something that tied into the TV series that I really love seeing because a long time ago, I even thought of like making anime or manga into real stuff, right? And I thought like, wouldn't it be cool? Even comic books, if they're able to do a show and a movie where certain scenes tie into each other, and they did that with this movie. When Wong shows up to fight the Abomination, where both Abomination was just there helping Wong out, right? And all Wong wanted to do is to make money because they go back to that. No, they didn't go back to. No, they go back to that joke. Was it Infinity War, right? When Wong and Doctor Strange didn't have any money to buy food. And like later you see Wong like fighting Abomination, right? You know why? Because he needed money. That's it. Because that scene, right, came straight out of She-Hulk.
Oh, did it?
It
Well,
did.
or you mean She-Hulk was made for that? Because She-Hulk wasn't out yet.
I guess She-Hulk was out
Yeah.
after this, right? So they
Yeah,
tie it
She-Hulk
back
came out
in.
after this.
Because
Yeah, it came back.
when they left, right? Like, they were resting like, dude, I told you not to punch me so hard. And then they go back to the ring. Whatever Wong takes the Abomination back, that's where She-Hulk meets Abomination. Or not Abomination, like Emil. Emil's character from
Okay.
She-Hulk. Because like,
Yeah.
he didn't want to leave that was
From
his
the
jail
first Hulk
cell.
movie.
Yeah, that was his jail cell. So in She-Hulk,
Oh, okay.
like this is where she saw was it Jennifer? I can't remember what's her name now. She-Hulk's name.
Oh,
See, and
I
Emil
think
when
her
they
name
talked
is
to her.
Jennifer Walters or something.
Yeah, Jennifer Walters. Like, because it's so funny. He got in trouble. Emil got in trouble for leaving his jail cell. And then he was trying to fight, like, well, I didn't want to leave my jail cell. This Wong guy came and got me. But then if you look at the video, I came back. I didn't just escape.
Yeah.
And then they have actually Wong in She-Hulk helping Emil testify in front of the judge, like, oh yeah, it's my bad. I just want to get him out, I take full responsibility. That is so great that they tie this with She-Hulk.
Which Wong actually comes back at the end of this too.
Yes.
Yeah, at the
Because,
very end we got it's not an end credit scene.
no, it's
Because the end
before.
credit scene is the sister took over the,
Oh, I'm so glad you talk about that, because I was thinking
Which
she's
we
taking
never
over
see
the
that.
Empire, right?
she did. She was supposed to be taken apart because remember she told her brother, because her brother's sitting there saying, oh, my sister's disassembling everything.
And there was foreshadowing in the movie, like, hey, my dad didn't want to give me what I want, so I decided I'd build my own thing. Which
Yeah,
went from the
build her own
underground
thing.
fight to that, yeah.
And plus it says at the end of the show that the 10 rings will be back.
Yes.
Which
Do you think she's...
is weird
I mean, like,
because
I don't
she
know
don't
the
have
comic
10
book
rings.
enough. Yeah, I don't know the comic
Yeah, I don't
book
know.
enough.
Well, the comic books, the 10 Rings is really not really a group, really. It's just the Mandarin.
Yeah, the man.
The 10 Rings is mainly developed for the movies.
So, let's
Yeah,
do...
the 10 Rings, this whole thing is all for the movie. And it exists in this world only.
So the rings are, I guess, adjusted to the user. Because it's different between
Yes.
his father and Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it turned a different color.
Yeah.
I guess it has to do with how he wants to use them.
It's really red versus
Or the
blue.
person he is. Well,
Yeah.
the person he is.
Yeah, the
Because he
person
didn't really
I
have a
know.
red. It was his orange, by the way.
It's very orange, but come on. Come on.
Okay, well, I'll let you have that. But anyways, with the end credit scene, though, we get to see, was it Captain Marvel?
Captain
and,
Marvel and Bruce Banner.
and Bruce Banner.
Because they
and
were
they're just trying to figure out
study where the rings came from.
which we never got to this part.
Because
we don't know
it
what.
triggers a beacon.
Yeah, a beacon for something that way out in space. So I guess maybe we'll see some aliens. I don't know.
Well, I think
But
we're
we're supposed
supposed
to be headed. At this
Top-
point, we're headed towards Secret Wars now.
It's Secret
so-
Wars, because I think it's also like it was supposed to tie it to Kang, but they probably going to tie it to Doctor Doom now.
Probably
Which,
now.
yeah, because they could change
If they ever pick it back up, because Marvel's starting to get where they put too many movies out, too many different endings, and then they cut most of the stuff because it didn't work.
I don't think it's... Well, first of all, I think when they had this movie, it was going to work with Kang, but then, the actor stuff and things like that, and all like, now we had to change
Hollywood.
directions,
Yeah. Oh, well. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll get the ending.
I did like, since you point that out, right, they said it's really old, like a technology or like some kind of mineral that they've never seen before, so...
Yeah, none of them seen it.
It's a
And it
lot
didn't tie
older.
into what was the next movie after this?
Wasn't it... Oh, Externals.
Eternals.
Eternals, yeah. Yeah,
It didn't
Eternals.
tie into that, right?
Eternal doesn't tie into anything except for the
I didn't see that.
Celestials.
I didn't see Eternals.
It's only one thing. Is that they only make that movie to tie in Antimonium.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all that movie
I'm
is.
sure that movie was made for more, but
I want
that's
to.
that's at this
Because
point.
right now
That's
it's
where
hard to. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell right now because
it
not
wasn't.
enough
I guess
stuff
it wasn't
come out.
popular because we'll eventually get to that movie. I've never seen the movie. I skipped it, jumped to what is it, Spider-Man,
Spider-Man
and then I
and
saw
Doctor Strange.
Strange, and that was the last of the Marvel movies I've seen. I haven't seen any Marvel since then.
What was the last? Oh, then Thor came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see
Well, it's
it.
been a
Didn't see
long time
Ant-Man.
then.
Didn't see a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ant-Man.
I bet you could catch up.
That was pretty good with Kang. I mean, like the interaction with Ant-Man and Kang is great.
Yeah. Kang-wise, the only thing I saw was Loki, the first Loki.
Oh, season 1.
Yeah, that's all I've seen. I'll eventually catch up. Right now, though, we're Shang-Chi, or also known as Sean.
Sean, that name thing is so funny. Like Sean, Shang. So that's you came to America and changed your name, Michael, to Macau.
What did your dad found you?
Funny. What did your dad found you? You know what? I don't know much about Aquafina. I only know her as an actress.
I don't know anything about her.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about Aquafina. This is the first time I've ever seen her. I've heard of her. I know she's a comedian.
And she's from Queens,
right?
Obviously. Yeah, so I didn't know she wasn't
San
full
Francisco
Chinese.
Here.
Yeah. I didn't know she
She's
wasn't
not full Chinese?
No, she was half something else in Chinese, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, that's okay. None of the ancestors seem to be mad at her when she went to the
Hey,
village and used the
she's
arrow.
not a fob like me, okay? She's an ABC.
Yeah. Well, no, I like that. Do you speak it? Oh, yeah,
I speak ABC.
Yeah, I speak ABC.
I didn't see Simu Liu's. You know, I never heard of Simu Liu before this movie. Like, is this his first major role? Actually,
This is his first major role. No, he was on a TV show. What was that TV show called? Where he was a Korean. Something's grocery.
Oh, let me see.
Something's grocery. Matter of fact, we know somebody else from the grocery TV show.
Grocery TV show. Oh,
What's
it
it called?
wasn't Fresh Off the Boat?
Well, he probably played a character.
Oh, Kim's Convenience.
Okay, it's not groceries. Kim's Convenience. That's what he was in. And plus, we already know somebody else from that. Matter of fact, the guy in all our Mandalorian movie, our TV show, Mandalorian TV show, the Asian guy that flies the Starfighter.
Oh yes,
like the police
he plays
guy.
it dad, right?
He's the Kim. Yeah, he's Kim's.
Yeah.
From Kim's.
Kim's
Oh, he's a big geek too. He has all kinds of Ghostbuster stuff.
Oh, I know he's a big geek. Yeah, I seen his thing before.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome too that he's placed in Star Wars.
I mean, I've never seen Kim's Convenience. I've just seen a couple clips, but I've never watched it. It may be pretty good. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Simu Liu is a fob like me. Well,
where's he from?
He's born in China.
Yeah. I'll be lucky.
Let me see. I need to find out what Aquafina is. Let's see. Chinese. Oh, Korean and Chinese.
She looked like a Chinese woman to me.
We all look Chinese. Like that Dave Chappelle joke. Every time you hear the word Asian, right, you think Chinese. Even though there's a lot of Asian varieties, you know.
I don't really think Chinese. I do think people that don't have eyes exactly like mine.
My eyes are bigger than yours.
Technically, not really. I mean, you don't really have, to me, you actually don't have Chinese eyes.
No, I don't.
Not really. I mean,
and a lot of movies and TV shows
and
I've seen from Hong Kong.
I guess when it comes down to it, people really don't. I mean, it's just that.
My dad does, like the slanted eye. You want to say slanted eyes, like
to a point. To a point.
Like Cody does. Cody's eyes isn't wide open as like mine, and Simu Liu, his eyes are not wide like mine either.
Yeah.
Actually, Tony Lang, he doesn't have slang eye.
You was made for America.
Yeah, I was made for America. That's right. So is my mother. My mom has big eyes too. That's where we get it from. Like, oh shit, my mom looks like she's surprised all the time.
Okay, let's move right along. didn't think your mom looks like she was surprised, but okay.
Maybe not like in some pictures, right? It looks like even me and my sister's like, oh my gosh, our mom is surprised or something. What the heck's going on? So that's one factor I want to talk about, like that. Once they find out they went to Taolao and they find out Tony Leung's character is like hearing this voice, right? It's some kind of demon that's possessing him to open that border, that gate, right? And, no, go ahead.
It was an interesting character. I liked his character. I mean, he's not the Mandarin. I mean, I would like to have seen him fight Iron Man and be of the Steel, but it turns out he's just a guy that's lived 1,000 years. He probably was a really bad guy. Over time he just kind of mellowed out, fell in love, decided he was going to do something different.
So
didn't work out for him.
So I'm so glad you fell in love. I feel like this movie, right, is not really about the villain. It's about the demon that get inside his head. It's because love is the greatest thing of all. It's because of love, right, that makes him want to do these things. But because without that woman in his life, he would have never broken that thing.
No, he wouldn't have ever done too much anything. I mean, he wasn't a good person, really.
No, he wasn't a good person. He just wanted too much.
I mean, I can't say he was a... Yeah, he turned into a bad person.
He did turn into a bad person, but then that woman held him down, It made him change once he had a family, once he fell in love. But once she's gone, right, his connection with who he wasn't is gone too. So he turned back to his old... he could have made that decision. When he said, he gave up the 10 rings, but then once his wife dies... He doesn't know what to do. It's kind of it's very realism.
He needed a crutch for everything, I'd say.
He does.
Because, I mean, he got the rings that made him powerful, so he used it to get whatever he wanted.
Yeah, and he used it for revenge.
Yeah, he used it for everything. And then he put it aside. But I guess that's why those people didn't want him in the village, because it wasn't the 10 rings he had. He always wants something else. Yeah, he always needs something else. I mean, he was a person that always went the wrong way. Yeah. Because they're probably thinking, dude, if your wife dies, then you're just going to get all mean. I mean, because he didn't treat his kids good. I mean, he treated his kids good when his wife was there. But as soon as the kids were gone, he even blamed his kids for the mom dying.
Oh, yeah, because he was there and you did nothing. And I'm thinking, if you say that, let's just say he did something, right? So all of them would have been gone.
Yeah, they would all been dead.
You would think that, hey, I'm not
and the sad thing is, the mom, she took up for him, and she didn't have to.
Yeah.
Because she got killed over stuff that he did.
Yeah, It was like this the blame game. Hey, what do you want?
The only evil person was him. The only bad person in all the trouble in this whole movie was him.
Yes. Highly agree, which is really good.
Which I thought the character was pretty good. I mainly like it when he takes his son to that bar or that underground place
to get revenge. Yeah, on those guys.
That was a nice suit he had, by the way.
Oh, it is, right? Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah, and gets revenge. He just goes up to those people and just beats the crap out of all of them.
Yep.
And then it turns out that what is his name? Samuel Liu. Yeah, Samuel Liu. His character Shang-Chi actually did kill that person.
Yeah, because he was upset. He's upset that was the person that killed his mother.
He wasn't just upset about that. His dad. He wanted his dad's approval. And that's all he wanted, his dad's approval. And then after he killed that guy, he's like, I don't need my dad's approval. Because my dad's evil.
Yep, he changed really dramatically, too.
Yeah, he changed. He didn't want to be a bad guy.
Oh,
I mean, it's pretty good, though.
You know what? This movie also had a character that looks like the Japanese version of Taskmaster.
Well, I actually thought that guy was cool, though.
The guy with the mask. Yeah, the guy with the mask.
Yeah. What is that mask called? Is that a kabuki mask? It can't be a kabuki mask because
it's just for me, right? It's like it's not kabuki. It's just like a Chinese opera mask.
A
mask you put on to
play a for a lot of martial arts
yeah.
opera mask. That's got probably be a name for it.
Yeah.
Maybe it is still kabuki mask.
I'm just not familiar with it because I'm not into the drama or the plays back in the day. My mother would probably know what it is. Yeah.
I thought the guy with the mask was pretty cool. And then eventually he just gets killed like that. Whenever see his face.
Oh, yeah, he's killed so quickly once the other dragons came. That scene was way funny, too.
Some little demon just took his soul right on out like it was nothing.
I mean, I like the comedy drops in this movie when, we need to work together. Yeah, whatever. And then it's like, okay, I think we need to work together.
Yeah, we're working together now. Let them go.
That was so funny. So what was your reaction when you saw Ben Kingsley in this movie?
Well, I guess I kind of knew he was going to be in this movie.
Oh, you did?
Well, I don't remember if I did or not, but I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's okay, but I don't really care that much.
He captured him.
He's not the man because most people. I mean, you do need to see there's a link between Iron
This
Man
and Iron Man
3
3,
in this
yeah.
movie. You need to see All Hail the King because he
Oh, I
tells
did,
the
yeah.
story, but not everybody sees it. I mean, we and
The
you, I
more for
think
one shot, yeah.
we even talked about it
Yeah, we did.
several and some other stuff. But anybody sitting and wanting to know a little bit more about it, you could watch that.
Yeah, on
and get you a
Trevor's
little more-
character, yeah.
Just get you a little out, get you a little more inside. But you don't have to see it to know the story.
No.
But then basically, you just got Trevor now. I mean,
Trevor
I'm
and
still
Morris.
mad about Iron Man 3 giving me a Mandarin that was so a villain for the Marvel Universe. It was just seemed like he was complete evil. And then they just like, well, never mind.
Hold
That
on.
was really not a villain here.
You know
It
what?
was complete evil.
Let's touch on that really quick. So everything that Kevin Feige has given us, right? This is the worst twist on Iron Man 3. I don't think we talked about
And
that
that's the
during Iron
problem.
Man
I'm
3.
like, yeah. Well,
Because
I
at
think
that
I-
back then, there wasn't too much to build on. But
I think
now
there
we
was
got
a
your
lot.
Shang-Chi. Like,
That's the same cheap, but see, they altered the universe from the comic book, and I'm happy with this. I mean,
no, yeah, I like the altering thing.
okay, Shang-Chi, without the 10 rings, he's not going to be a big player in the Marvel universe, and he doesn't have the 10 rings in the comic book. That's the Mandarin. The Mandarin still has 10 rings. We'll probably always have the 10 rings in the comic book. The Mandarin didn't have kids, didn't get married. We didn't have anything. This one, they turned the Mandarin into a human.
But then you said this might not be the Mandarin.
Well, he is the Mandarin because the leader of the 10 Rings was the Mandarin. Okay, that's what people called it. But basically, like he says, the Mandarin was somebody that they created, an image they created, and that's not my image. But it really is him. He was a bad guy. He doesn't want to admit that he's a bad guy. He doesn't see himself as a bad guy.
So I wonder how.
Never. He never saw himself. That's the worst thing. He never saw himself as a bad guy.
No.
Because even when he's mad about them killing his wife, those guys were the bad guys. I mean, and he's always like, I'm going to burn their village down, or he wants to go in this village to go to that stuff. It's like, why won't you let me do this? Because you're the bad guy. You're not understanding why we won't let you live in their village because you're the villain. See, he never thinks he's a bad guy. Even when he teaches his kids to get revenge, no, nothing wrong with it to him. Because remember, Aquafina's like,
right, yeah.
Dude, your dad's a bad guy. That's what she pretty much tells him. It's like, your dad, normal people don't do this.
So
I mean, he never saw himself as a villain.
So it feels like Shang-Chi's sister is very Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch with Magneto.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's very like that.
I mean, he's very self-righteous. He is better than gold. He's going to go save his wife. That's why he hears a voice about his wife. He thinks, oh, I could save my family and put everything back together. No big deal. I mean, he should have known that's not his wife, but he doesn't care because
He doesn't care.
He's right. I mean, even when he's still banging and fighting his son, it's not until his soul's being pulled out of his body he realizes he's wrong.
Yeah.
Even then, I'm thinking he's like because he could have fought with his son, but he wouldn't. That's the problem. Even that, he's probably thinking, if I'm not dying, I still oppose you.
It's like it's one of those.
Because he was
fathers.
stubborn all the way to the He's one of those. Yeah, it's just that's the relationship usually.
No, I want to bring up. It's one of those fathers that like. It's kind of like in Dark Phoenix, right? Oh, my daughter caused the death of my wife, so I don't like my kids anymore. Like the love is separated.
I don't think he disliked his kids though. He loved his kids, but he just was this type of man. This is his mother
Things
being
his
there.
kids are wrong.
His mom was there, so basically he tried to raise the kids with her the way she wanted it to.
Yeah.
So when she's gone, he's like, I only know this. I only know anger. I only know fighting. So that's the way I'm going to do with my kids. Plus, he's old school, so his daughter can't participate because he's old school Chinese or old school. Oh well, we should say for any race.
Yeah.
Your daughters don't do this. I mean, it don't matter what you are, Hispanic, white, German, all that. Nobody does that. It's the modern world now. The women can do everything.
Yeah.
And of course, the daughter's bitter too now because her daughter's like her. The daughter is actually more like the father.
Yes.
And the son is a lot like the mom.
So it feels like I don't know the story. Like the Shang-Chi or the Master of Kung Fu has a sister.
Not that I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as far as I know, that whole story, this is all new. Everything, even the 10 Rings is new. The 10 Rings is basic from Iron Man. I'm thinking the movie's got kind of created its own lore, kind of more for real world than.
And I just want to touch this on a little bit. We won't build up on that. And you're right. Like this is own world, right? And they did that in No Way Home. And you know what scene I'm talking about. And it feels like Marvel is doing this own thing. They only borrowing some elements from the comic books, so that way they could differentiate themselves. Because you and I talk about this before, where like, hey, this is an alternate universe from the comic books. Because
this is alternate universe.
If you just show me a movie from what I saw, right, it's going to be different. That's why Infinity was so good.
You want to get enough. You want to give enough for the comic book fans that they read it. They go, oh yeah, I've seen this. I know this.
Yes.
But you don't want them to go, oh, I've already seen this, because then what's the point? When watch the movie.
And you know, it's really fun. Like, I think we talked about this, right? We talked about the relationship between Ultron and the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. That's the same relationship with Magneto, but at that time, they didn't have... Fox wasn't purchased by Disney, so they used that bridge to feel like, hey...
And here's the neat thing
about
relationship. It. They leave a lot of stuff so open-ended. I mean, Magneto could still come back and be the father of them. It does... Because even in the comic books, they were adopted. Everybody that raised them, he didn't. Magneto and his wife or their mom did not raise them. They were adopted. Even in the way they tell their story, they're adopted pretty much. Yeah. They act like that's their real family, and they may think it's their real family until we see it later on in the comic book. I mean, in the movie world, that was your adopted family that died.
Yeah.
That Tony Stark killed.
Yeah, it's Tony's fault.
Tony Stark did kill.
That's why they went down the wrong path.
But everybody blames somebody too. That's a big deal about the comic books. I mean, you got to have a reason.
It's kind of like this
Marvel's very into everybody's good until they have a reason to be bad.
Oh.
Like Thanos. Thanos is good, but all this crap made him.
Thanos not that villain that you would think he is.
Sometimes that bothers me. Like Iron Man. That's why I liked Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3, when it starts off, you got the Mandarin, this guy. He's just... There's no reason that he should have turned evil. He's just bad. Then it turns out he's not even a real guy. Because a lot of times the villains are I like it to a point, but eventually I just want a villain. So because not everybody was turned bad. Some people just start off that way. Will always be that way.
Yes. Kind of like Tony Lang in this case. He'll always be that way.
He was always that way, but like I said, he's not super evil. He just wants power, and this is the way to get it, because we don't know how type of person he was. I mean, he's from China 1,000 years ago. I'm sure he was poor peasant.
Yes.
That's thought, I found this stuff. I got this power. I got respect now. And I got to think he has thousands of years of just that being embedded in. I mean, of having his way. He didn't ever go take over the whole world or anything.
I never asked about the powers. I don't know if you're familiar. Does it make that person live forever? So, but now Shang-Chi has it. Does that mean that he's going to live forever?
He should be able to not age now because that's the way that works. But the thing is, actually, it's on the Marvel. Remember those Marvel cards that me and you love?
Yes.
There is one that shows all the rings, and it shows all the powers to what each ring does. So
I think it's the second series, 1991.
I can't remember. I thought it was the first series, but you may be right. Maybe the second series.
It was the second series when they show Punisher's arsenal, Thor's hammer, Captain America's shield.
Which is funny because I found the comic book. I have the Punisher's arm ring.
Oh, really?
He goes down. He's talking about it. He shows his fan. He talks about all his weapons. Why he doesn't like to use this certain weapon.
Oh, that's cool.
It was a cool comic book because they also put one for Iron Man out too. I own that. That's why I bought it. I bought the Iron Man one, and then I saw the Punisher one. I was like, I gotta have this.
I like books like that where they talk about accessories.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like they're just having a kind of like a conversation with themselves or their diary.
Yeah.
Because Iron Man goes over why he built the suit like this and did this in his mansion and all this stuff. But anyways, I mean, this movie's a great movie. I liked it.
I did.
I got it more because I let go of a lot of the, he's got to be the Mandarin. Because after I sat there and watched it, I was like, well, they're forging a whole new story. Because even the guy's like, well, I'm not the Mandarin. They just something to call me. He was the Mandarin. But he decided he's not. That's just a story that everybody made for him.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That was pretty good. Like, the writing was really good, I thought.
So it's good, but it still doesn't solve the problem with Iron Man 3. I'm still angry about that part. They go, and I'm sure they're patting, I know they're patting themselves on the back. Oh, gotta be a good twist. I'm like, hey, give me a good villain. Maybe Doctor Doom will finally be a good villain.
So you didn't like that Guy Pearce villain? What is his name anyway?
What's the head? I don't remember. I forgot what his name was, but he was the head of AIM, by the way. Advanced Idea Mechanics, which is actually a villain in Spider-Man comics. It's actually a villain through the whole Marvel universe, but I've seen him more in the Spider-Man comics than anything.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I mean, he was a villain too, because remember, Pierce calls himself, he goes at the end of the movie, he goes, I'm the Mandarin. I was like,
So,
whatever.
the other thing I really want to quickly talk about is when this movie came out, I was hoping that it would be as good as Black Panther. Because when I saw Black Panther in the theater, right, it blew my mind. That movie was so good.
It was good. It was they pretty much invented a whole universe.
Yeah.
A whole country. Well, they built a whole world. They built a whole Black Panther world. Do you think this is as good as Black Panther?
This is not as good as Black Panther. It's still good. It's not, because I like the story between the fathers, and then I was just talking to Heather today. You know, a lot of people talk about what you do with money and things, all that stuff, right? And let me give you the very specific example. Manny Pacquiao is a boxer from Philippines.
Okay.
Floyd Mayweather is a boxer from America.
Yeah.
So they're both very good, okay? They both make millions of dollars, but Pacquiao, being from the slums of Philippines, right? He took his millions, went back home, started working with the government to help the poverty people, right? He also used a lot of his own money to build housing for the people that can't make it in life. And you know what Mayweather did? He bought a Bugatti. Or he bought several Bugattis, okay? So now, so a lot of people like Mayweather. I like Pacquiao better because he's Asian. But the other thing I was talking about to Heather about Black Panther is a lot of people talk about Killmonger is the villain in that movie, right? But then if you look at stuff from his point of view, he's totally right. Hey, I'm here struggling. I see my people struggling, right? But then you guys have the powers to do stuff, but you do nothing about it. And I'm like, that story is so much better. On this one, all I wrote for the notes for this is love conquers all. Even no matter how bad a person you are, right? Because of the woman that you love so much, I'm willing to I'm willing to ignore logic.
To a point, yeah.
I'm
thinking that love will not.
Love what?
Turn.
Yeah.
Love won't beat. I mean, there's going to be some people that's just so evil. It's just I don't even know what that means because they're incapable of even doing it.
Yeah. But.
I mean.
What about you?
In this movie, of course, the character. What about me? Which one do I think is better?
Oh, do you think this was better? Oh, yeah. Did you think this one was good as good as Black Panther, though? Was this good as Black Panther? Oh, Black Panther.
No, Black Panther was better. It is. It's better. I mean. I don't know. No, it's better. I'm going to say it's better. It's a better movie. It's just a better movie.
The story, it's better.
I don't know. I'm not going to say the story was better. I think there was just more money went into Black Panther than was put in this movie. I don't think they put a lot of money. Yeah, I don't feel like they put a lot of money into it. I felt like this was a Black Widow. Because Widow, remember Black Widow came out right before. Yeah, Black Widow wasn't that great either. And it's like they didn't care. I felt like they didn't care. On Black Widow, they're like, yeah, whatever. And I felt like this movie was like, hey, we'll just put a bunch of Chinese people. Whatever.
Put dragons and stuff.
Honestly, I do kind of feel. I like the story. I like what I saw. I mean, I'm happy with everything in this movie. It's just I don't feel like Marvel went all in with it, and I think I feel like the same thing with Black Widow. They just whatever.
Oh.
We made a lot of money.
It's interesting.
Yeah, because I feel like they made Endgame. And they're like, man, Endgame makes a lot of money. Now people will buy. People will just. I think. People were like, they'll go, oh, they'll watch anything that's Marvel now. I really feel like they didn't put all they could do in Black Widow, and the same with this movie.
Instead with this movie,
and I bet you if I watch the Eternal.
Oh, you cut in, or you cut out. It might be a good time. I think Shane is that if you watch Eternals, right, he will probably feel the same way. So I'm just gonna end it on this note, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.